My name is Mac Damon. I'm an independent record producer based here in San Antonio, Texas. A lot of what we do here is try and help artists reach their full potential with the songwriting, with the performance, with our end of it, the actual production and the recording and the mixing and everything else. A lot of the projects here are long form and can take up to a year or longer to complete because we're in the constant process of reinventing the material, reinventing the artist, and trying to create sort of a cohesive view of what that artist's vision is. And I don't think it's the kind of thing that you could typically bring somebody into a recording studio and just record them and then that's what it's going to be. You have to stop and you have to think about, where the songs are coming from and what they mean. You have to think about the performances and the instrumentalists that are on them and then the arrangements, and then how the stuff's going to be recorded and how it's going to be mixed and how it's going to be mastered. And it's really kind of a very hands-on, invasive approach from start to finish when we work on projects here. Let's try that chorus again.
Okay.
From the top. One of the things when I first met Rick over at CoreMedia that we were trying to do was just find an outlet to manufacture CDs for some of the independent artists that we work with. And back then I think things were on a little bit of a smaller scale and the releases were local and regional. In the past 10 years in working with CoreMedia, they've been really, really amazing at helping artists of ours that are on tour all over the country, artists who've had top 20 singles on iTunes, and it's been fun to watch them expand their growth along with the artists that we've been working with, because we were talking about we need 500 CDs and we need them in a very short amount of time. Over the time, with what they've expanded with print work and t-shirts and everything else, they've come in instrumental for several of the artists that we work with that have been on tour and needed to just make a phone call and make something happen. And there really hasn't been a deadline or a price point that I've had an issue with them from the very beginning. I think they've been super competitive, and more importantly, it's easy to get somebody on the phone and figure out exactly what it is that you need. One of the cool projects that CoreMedia has helped us with recently has been a band called Hydromelody that's doing really, really well and starting to kind of explode onto the national scene. And I think the really cool thing about Hydromelody is we've been working with those guys across the span of 5 records in 7 or 8 years. And CoreMedia has been there kind of every step of the way, helping us manufacture pretty much all their records up until now, getting stuff ready for South by Southwest showcases, all that kind of stuff. And so I'm really excited about what's coming for Hydromelody. They're a band you need to keep an eye out for.